Now you take your seat. By this time, you take your seat as you understand it. And for some of you that are newer, welcome to all of you. Terry, it's nice to see you. Kathleen, Marjorie, as always, Linda. Just remember that part of what we're doing in mindfulness meditation is simply learning by using the anchor of the breath, or perhaps sound, or perhaps sensations in the body or thoughts. We're just learning how to be present to this moment. The only moment that we really have is this moment. So as you settle yourself in by feeling the contact of your feet on the floor, grounded, legs hip distance apart, your sit bones touching whatever you're sitting on. If you're doing a yoga position, your knees are lower than your hips. And in the chair, your knees actually should be lower than your hips. So your butt might be raised slightly. I sit on a blanket. And your hands are relaxed on your thighs, face up or face down, or if you're in a mudra, your back spine is nice and tall, strong, dignified, mountain-like. Your front body, your belly and your chest are soft. Your shoulders are relaxing away from your ears. The sides of your neck get longer. The crown of the head strives toward the sky. And if you can lower your eyelids. And as you lower your eyelids, just let them relax and sense they're just soft. And start to pay attention on purpose with no judgment. We are not allowed in mindfulness meditation to criticize ourselves, be judgmental in any way. It's just the way it is. You're here. It's a blessing that you're here. You're just being right now. And as you pay attention to your breath in and out of your nostrils, which is how this particular type of meditation works. And there's a reason for it. And if you want to know the reason, we'll talk about it after. As we start our practice today, these first moments of silence, I'm going to read you some words that I think will help as we focus again this week on breathing. It's the central element in mindfulness meditation that helps us come to being in this moment. Not yesterday, not this morning before, not this afternoon or after class, just right here, right now. So from the Heart Mind Institute, there's a wonderful description, I think. The idea is to know that I'm breathing in and to know that I'm breathing out. We simply take this for granted a lot. We don't remember that we're actually breathing. Sometimes Mindfulness is called presently knowing. In other words, I actually know what is going on in this moment, and then this moment, and then this moment. How do I know? Because I can feel my breath. I can feel my rib cage. I can feel my belly, perhaps rising and falling, or opening and closing. I can feel the action of my diaphragm moving up and down as the muscles and the intercostal muscles and all of the organs and tissues that are involved move inside my body. I can actually feel the passage of the air across my nostrils, or if your lips are slightly open, my parted lips. I can feel that I'm observing these sensations. And I think that is a very wonderful description because it is about feeling the body as we breathe in and out, and in and out. And you bring your attention on purpose to this breath, your breath, that brings oxygen to your brain when you breathe in and sends out the carbon dioxide, which we don't want, the stale, dark energy. And you just simply breathe in and out. You may have noticed that your mind is not still. Thoughts appear, they arise. That is completely normal. That's what the mind does. The mind thinks. So in this kind of meditation, mindfulness meditation, which is object focused, you just simply remind yourself gently and kindly, oh, I'm not paying attention to my breathing. Oh, I need to come back to my breath. And we can do this 100 times, 500 times, 900 times. It doesn't matter. We're just training. We're practicing. You just keep reminding your mind, oh, I'm breathing in and out. No matter what you're doing, you can always choose to be with yourself in full presence. You know how sometimes we say, oh, I've lost my mind. Yes, we have, literally. With mindfulness, we learn concentration. And your action of choosing it becomes a spiritual practice. With mindfulness, we're simply noticing that we're breathing in, and here we are. And we breathe out, and here we are. We establish that we're in the here and the now. Everyone is capable of breathing mindfully and allowing the mind to take a back seat and just noticing that every time the thoughts pull you away, every time a sensation happens, every time a sound occurs, it's fine. We just remind ourselves, return to concentrating on purpose on the in-breath and the out-breath. The in-breath and the out-breath. the practice today is to heighten your awareness of the relationship of the tension or thinking or pulling you in some other direction, mind pulling you, how that relates to your body. Because the breathing process is in the body. It's not in your mind. It's not outside of us. It's happening in your body. And by being present to the breath, the actual sensations of the air, the details, really focusing like you're doing a research paper. My breath, it's coming in and it's going out. It's a miracle. And it can actually help release tension, places that you're holding on in your body. So in the next practice, see if you can notice that. What is your body doing? Where is there any distraction? Where is there any pulling you away? And where is it in the body? And see if with the next breath, you can sense a release of the tension, of the feeling, the sensation. And just be in the joy of breathing. And as you research yourself, notice, do you flit about and go here and there? How much attention can you pay to your breathing? Is it difficult? Is it pleasant? Is it unpleasant? Are you bored? Would you like to get up and run away? It's this thing about knowing ourselves first. And simply returning to this miraculous act of feeding our bodies with this food, the air, the oxygen that comes in through the nostrils and out, and in and out. Now, the next instruction in the mindfulness meditation practice is to remember the magic moment, the mindful moment. And what is that? It's the second that you realize that your concentration is no longer on your breath. That's mindful. That's the actual mindfulness moment. Recognizing, oh, I'm shopping this afternoon. Oh, my trip from last year. Oh, what I had for breakfast, or what I'm going to have for lunch. That is the magic moment. The future, the past. That's what the mind does. And it's relentless. The mind, that's why we call it the monkey mind. The mind is relentless. It will play tricks on us no matter what we do. And that's exactly the way it is. It just is. So we just acknowledge and we coax ourselves back. That is the practice. That's what it means to practice mindfulness meditation. To know in this moment that I am breathing in, and in this moment knowing that I am breathing out. Cultivating your relationship to your body and the experience of simply breathing. The power of that moment is like a miracle. So continue to notice your body, notice your mind. Just notice those things and return to the anchor. Return to the breath. In and out. our intention for doing this is simply to begin to have a relationship with ourselves, to know what distracts us, what pulls us, what do our thoughts do to us? Are they valid? Are they silly? And there are days when this is easy to do and it feels pleasant. And there are moments where it's really hard and it feels so daunting and it feels unpleasant. And then there are times when it's just neutral. You're just sitting. And that's the intention here, is to understand what pulls us out of being present to ourselves with kindness, with gratitude, with compassion for whatever is happening in our bodies, in our minds, in our lives. The only thing that matters is this moment. It's the only thing we can do anything about. So, in your final moments of silence, see if whatever is happening here in this practice today, see if you can find a way to a loving, kind acceptance of what you have experienced with yourself. Just here, right now, in this moment. Appreciating that you're here, that you're present for whatever that is, whether it's one breath in, a half a breath, or a half a breath out. That's mindfulness. That's presence. That's freedom. You're choosing freely to be right here, right now, with you, me, myself, and I. as we always do when we come to an end of a practice, we intentionally show gratitude to ourselves for giving ourselves permission not to be perfect, not to be right, not to be wrong, just to be. And we thank ourselves. Thank your mind and your body for whatever they offered you today, whatever your experience was. Thank your mind and body. And honor your stillness, the stillness that you were able to achieve, even if it was just for one breath or a half a breath. Just honor that. Pat yourself on the back. And finally, treasure your spirit for its willingness. You showed up for yourself. How wonderful. And today I'm going to add a little something that you remind yourself that you're not going to give yourself a hard time today, no matter what. No matter what comes in your path. And as we practice metta, which translates to loving kindness, we can say for ourselves and for the other, may I be filled with loving kindness. May all beings be filled with loving kindness. May I be healthy and whole to whatever degree possible. May all beings be healthy and whole to whatever degree possible. May I be free from fear and doubt. May all beings be free from fear and doubt. May I be happy, joyful. May all beings be happy and joyful. And may I experience peace, ease, and may all beings experience peace and ease to whatever degree possible. And when you hear the bells, in the end, the first bell reminds you that it's over, but you're not necessarily moving yet. The second bell, yes, you can start to wind down and return to where you are. And the third bell is the gratitude for having done it. I thank you all, so grateful for your presence. Many blessings and namaste.
Thank you, Jane. Michelle.
Hold on, Shelley, just let me turn off the recording.